what's going on, everyone? This is XB Ninja here with another gameplay video. It's either Killzone or Call of Duty. I haven't really decided which one I'm gonna put up at the time I'm recording this. But I want to talk about Microsoft and their recent announcements regarding the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. And I apologize, I don't have like Xbox footage to coincide of what I want to talk about. But first thing I want to talk about is Microsoft announced that they will be offering an Xbox One Q without Kinect. Way to go, Microsoft. I think this is one of those things that we all saw coming, but we just wasn't sure when this was going to happen. My prediction was E3. I thought they were going to complete like their final 180 or whatever you want to call it, and announce that they were going to. First thing they was going to announce that they were going to offer an Xbox One without Kinect, and they were going to offer. They were going to cut the price by $50 or whatever. But yeah, no Kinect, and it was one of those things I wasn't necessarily against Kinect originally. Hell, I even planned on purchasing one for my Xbox 360, but it came down to how often was I going to use the Kinect with my 360, and after deliberating, it's just one of those things that just wasn't for me. It's definitely a cool device in my own opinion. I definitely like the whole navigating the menu with your hand, even though there's like some funny videos where that shit just doesn't work all the time. But I definitely wasn't against it. It was just one of those when they first announced it, and I know there's been an update before launch, before Xbox One launch, that took this away. But the whole constantly staying plugged in the back of your Xbox One, I just wasn't digging that too much, and there was a bunch of things that really that factored in me not purchasing it, but that is one of the reasons. The next one is as I previously stated, the Xbox One without Kinect will be $399.99 starting June 9th. This is one of the major roles that played in me purchasing a PS4 over an Xbox One. $500 is just a lot of money for me. When the PlayStation 4 released, I was working retail, and I was part-time, and I made minimum wage, which minimum wage in Chicago or Illinois, I believe it's the same, $8.50. I think that's the minimum wage. So part-time, working like maybe 3 or 4 days if I'm lucky. $8.50 an hour. That's $500 is a lot of money. That's 2 paychecks, and this is definitely something I had to save up for. But still $500, man. Saying that out loud, and that's $500, no game. That's a lot of money for me. That's like 2.5 paychecks. So that definitely played a factor in me getting a PS4, which I'm happy they dropped the price to $399.99. It definitely looks enticing for me, a little bit for me, and I'm sure there's people who are interested in playing like Titanfall who don't have like a high-end PC who can handle Titanfall at ultra settings or whatever, who want to play Titanfall, and don't want to play it on 360 because they've been spoiled at all the damn footage for Xbox One. I'm assuming this has to look enticing for them as well. And this is the same reason why I bought a 360 over the PS3. I think 360 released a year before PS3. I think that's how it went. But PS3 was $600, and at the time I was in high school. I was either a freshman or a sophomore. I believe I was a sophomore. I didn't have a job. I was like 15. $600 is quite a bit of money to ask your parents for, and I just did not feel comfortable with asking my mom for $600. That is a insane amount of money to ask your parents for. And I know part of that 600 probably had to do something with the Blu-ray drive, because I believe that's when Blu-ray drive, they were really trying to push that Blu-ray drive, and I believe Blu-ray drives, a standalone Blu-ray drive was pretty up there in price. So I know ideally $600 was a deal for a Blu-ray player or Blu-ray drive, but $600, man, that's a lot of money. So when Xbox came along and announced that they were offering two versions of the Xbox 360. Xbox Premium, which I believe was $400. Don't quote me on that one, but I think it was $400. And then you had your Xbox Core, which later became Xbox Arcade, which was, I want to say, $300, $299.99. And I think it, well, mine came with a no hard drive, a wire controller, and it didn't have that really nice chrome finish that most of the Xbox 360 consoles had on the disc tray. That chrome finish that really looks nice. And I believe it didn't come with some type of cord. I forgot what the name of that cord was. Yeah, I just can't think of it right now. But $299, that was a match made in heaven. That was perfect. And plus, at my time, I mean, I didn't know anyone who had a PS3 at the time. All my friends had 360, so it was perfect for me. So that's what I went with, and I love my Xbox 360 to death. I've had so many fond memories on that system. I made so many friends on Xbox Live, it's ridiculous. So I definitely love my Xbox 360. So that's what I went with. $600, $299. $299 beats out $600 or $599.99 any day. Give it a week if you don't have any money or you're relying on your parents for your gaming needs. Next thing I want to talk about is a Xbox One and I think 360. I think this is for both of them. If you use streaming apps like Netflix, Hulu, and Crunchyroll, you will no longer have to have Xbox Go to watch your streaming services apps. I think this is pretty cool for some people. Now, since every time I get on my Xbox 360, I just see a wall of Netflix. Just nothing but Netflix. Netflix. Half my friends is nothing but Netflix. Shit, I don't even think half of them play video games anymore. Just fucking Netflix. For them, I'm sure they'll be pleased, because I'm sure they'll probably cut off Xbox Go when this goes into effect, which I don't know when it is. I'm assuming this all goes into effect June 9th. Don't quote me on that one, because I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm sure plenty of my friends will be rather pleased. And I think if you're a person who plays strictly single player games and you have streaming services, I think this is probably what, you know, the $399 and the no Kinect. I think this is really aimed towards those people, because I just can't see too many Xbox One users without gold at this point, since I think it requires gold for everything. So I think this is really aiming towards them. And it's looking kind of enticing for me too, because $400 is nice, plus the no gold for watching your streaming web services or whatever. Right now I do not have PlayStation Plus. I haven't had PlayStation Plus in 2 months. I kind of burnt myself out with Killzone Shadowfall. I played Killzone Shadowfall when it launched non-stop. I've recorded tons and tons of footage that I'm gonna try to get rid of and upload. But yeah, I kind of burnt myself out on that game. I haven't had PlayStation Plus in 2 months, like I said. There wasn't any games on PlayStation Plus that really grabbed my attention. The same way for Vita, because I know they're both tied in. They share across all accounts. I had Street Fighter X Tekken for my Vita for a while. That was a pretty fun game. But I just kind of burnt myself out. And that's the only multiplayer game I have that requires PlayStation Plus. I do play a little bit of Warframe and Blacklight Retribution, which is free to play. You don't need PlayStation Plus to play those games. But yeah, Killzone, I have Killzone and Infamous Second Son, which doesn't have multiplayer. So I kind of cut PlayStation off for a little while, and I probably won't cut it on until Destiny, because Destiny is my only other game that has multiplayer that I'm really looking at right now. I didn't want Battlefield 4 just yet. I'm thinking about it, but I really haven't jumped ship just yet. But yeah, no PlayStation Plus, no Xbox Gold, so it's looking enticing. I definitely have to wait till E3 to make my final decision, because I mean even though I don't have PlayStation Plus, I can still play games like Warframe, DC Universe, and Blacklight Retribution. I do not know how they're handling free-to-play titles on Xbox One. I think you need Xbox Go to play the free-to-play titles on both Xbox 360 and Xbox One. I'm not too sure. I think Happy Wars back in January went completely free-to-play. So, but no, it didn't go completely free-to-play. It was just a single-player training and something called skirmishes, I think, that regular users could play. And then if you had Xbox Gold, you got all of that plus multiplayer, so you were able to play that. So I'm not too sure how they're gonna handle free-to-play titles in the future, if it's gonna constantly be behind Xbox Gold or what. So I mean, that's one thing I would say PlayStation has over Xbox, but I mean, I've gotten a little bit Warframe. I got a little bit tired of playing that. DC Universe as well, and then Blacklight Retribution. Only game that I really would like to come to PlayStation is War Thunder, which I don't know what the hell is going on with War Thunder. It's been out in EU since I think November. Not even November. I'm not sure when Warframe came out for EU. It has not hit North America, and it's the same thing to say with PlanetSide too. So it's been a long wait. But I would definitely have to see around E3 to see if Xbox One is something I'm going to pick up. $4.99 and no go, like I said before, that definitely helps. But I definitely want to see what kind of games they will be having, what kind of exclusives they will have. I love Halo. I've been playing Halo 1, 2, 3, and Reach and 4. I mean, I love the Halo franchise, so I definitely want to see what Halo's gonna look like, and if they show off a trailer or whatever for the new Gears of War. That I think Black Tusk, I think that's the name of the studio, Black Tusk is developing for Microsoft. So that's definitely something to look out for E3, just to see what they're gonna do. But that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoy this video or any of my other content, please drop me a like and subscribe. And I'll see all you wonderful faces later. Adios.